Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we give all praise and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, and salutation to all the arguing that's pushing the truth up to the world. We can let them to God come here, show up. We here another weekend. Our upside down from America. Our America's Babylon great. All right, and they have a great destruction. All right, that the Heavenly Father has set for Babylon great. We also are here to warn our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to repent before judgment and death and destruction come. So, hey, that's gonna take off.
That's right, man. So, hey, we come back another week once again to wake up our people, right? And who's our people? The Israelites, the so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans, man, that are in a deep sleep right now in these last days, man. Okay, and we come back to prophesy the destruction of this wicked kingdom, who you guys call America, but in the scriptures is Babylon the Great. All right, and who are the peoples? All right, the so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans, man. And this era right now that we in, you know, there's a lot of confusion going on. Okay, which goes back to the name of Babylon, which means confusion. Okay, so Lord willing, this lesson compels one of your viewers to repent and wake up. So go ahead and wake up.
This is Romans 13, starting at 11. It says, and that, knowing the time, that now it is a high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. The night is far spent, the days at hand. Let us, therefore, cast off the works of darkness. Let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting or drunkenness, not in taming or wantonness, not in strife or envy. But put on the Lord Yahweh Shamashiach and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
That's right. So our people are in a deep sleep right now, okay? And what does the scriptures mean by a deep sleep? It means you have no idea of who you are. Okay, if we look at you right now in the state that we're in, you know, the so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans celebrating on Christmas, they're celebrating Thanksgiving, they just celebrated Halloween, which is nothing but wickedness. So you got these people that just came out of fucking Halloween costumes and are now just gave thanks to God for food, and now they're just about to give thanks right now to so-called JC for, you know, gifts and all that. And that's really nothing but just bringing confusion, man. All right, so right now it's in your benefit to come back to the Lord Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, who y'all ignorantly call God, which his name is Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, who is his beloved son, who you guys ignorantly call Yahweh Shai. Okay, because you guys have a duty as an Israelite. Okay, you guys are the Israelites. You guys have a duty, and what is your duty? To be compelled to move through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, to repent first of all, and to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, and get out of this world. Okay, you guys are supposed to come out of this lifestyle. You know, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween is nothing but wickedness. Okay, but this message is only for the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you guys are the Hebrew Israelites that the Bible talks about, man. We're special people. We're holy people. Holy means separate. All right. If you want, you get that scripture that talks about.
This First Thessalonians 5 start at 1. It says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night.
Right. So then, who is the Lord? First of all, we're gonna ask each other, like, who is the Lord? All right. That's who you guys ignorantly call Jesus Christ, which is his actual Hebrew name is Yahweh Shai. Okay, Yahweh Shai is gonna come back in the deep of the night, just like in Matthew 24. You know, it says, such as the days of Noah, such as the Son of Man will return. And everybody right now is just too deep involved in the wickedness that they have no idea what's going on. They can't even discern the times. They cannot discern the times. Okay, you got prophecy that's just unveiling right now, back to back, and people just have rooms stuck up their ass.
You know, these people, that's how the scriptures compare the days. They compare the days now to the days of Noah. So what are people doing? They partying, they marrying, they drinking. Right? They're not seeing what's going on in the earth, man. People are about to, you know, coming in this Christmas spirit, which is wicked.
Okay, the scripture say, the scripture say, the Lord says, hate and despise the feast days, man. Okay, so everybody coming in this Christmas spirit, not knowing what's about to come to pass, man. 2023, as years continue to go on, every year it just get worse and worse, man. Okay, and if people was circumspect to what's going on, you would notice that, man. Okay, people was complaining about C-19, but it's gonna get worse than that, man. Right. Okay, Jacob's trouble, famine, death is coming on a global scale, man. Because the scriptures say, okay, the Lord's gonna bring plagues upon the whole world.
That's right. And that's why we have a number of people just dropping dead mysteriously back to back. Okay, you got the Euphrates River that's drying up. You got a lot of people that just die mysteriously. A lot of these healthy celebrities, a lot of these healthy athletes that are dying mysteriously. Why? Because they took the jump shot. They trusted in the so-called white man, which is the devil. But you guys don't trust in the Lord. You guys trust in the doctrine and the philosophy and the science that the so-called white man has taught you guys. And what does that do? That brings nothing but judgment upon you guys, because you guys decided to not trust in the Lord, but trust in the so-called white man and a man. But the scripture tells you to not trust in man, but to trust in the Most High, Yahweh. All right? So that's why there's a lot of death that's coming. That's why there's a lot of shootings that's happening. That's why there's a lot of mysterious activities that's going on, such as animals going in circles. Okay, there's birds that's just falling out of nowhere. There's fish that's drying up on the seas. Well, you gotta be circumspect with these things to be able to acknowledge these things, because if not, then the Lord's gonna put that spirit of blindness upon you. So that's why you guys should be aware about what's going on around the earth.
Second Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I told thee before. So we have to measure the time diligently in itself. And how do we measure the time? By scripture. That's the measuring rod. That's how we know what time we in. That we at the time of the end, because we see the prophecies that are supposed to come to pass at the end is what? Manifesting itself. It's coming, it's happening. Right. All right, but you have to be in the spirit. You up, like you said, the head is up your ass. All right, you don't know what's going on. You just see folly is returning, so hey, we're back to normal, but really no. All right, it's death and destruction, at the gates, man. All right, these people are going to suffer, So, then shall they understand that it is the very same time wherein the heights will begin to visit the world which you made. That's what you see, the Lord visiting the earth that he made goes into what? Different type of weather, catastrophic weathers.
Right. The scripture says the Lord visits the world with storms and tempests.
All right. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people of the world, then shall thou well understand that the Most High spoke of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right. From the beginning. All right. So all this was already pre-written. Everything that's going on the earth is already predestinated that the Lord is going to do to the earth. Yeah. So if you're in a state of confusion, if you're in a state of thinking about what's going on the earth, is because the Most High, Yahweh, already predestinated these things to happen on the earth, because it was already written through the Spirit and the Scriptures. And the Scriptures always tells us that prophecy is literally the testimony and the Spirit of Yahweh Shai. So if you're not in the spirit of prophecy, then you're going to be confounded and you not have no idea what's going on. So that's why it's going to benefit you to know what is going on this earth. But you see, you Christians and your churches is not teaching you the truth. The Christian church does not go into the prophecies, man. They want to give you smooth talk. They want to give you some buttery talk. Yeah. But really, that's not the spirit of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Because it's
going to be your year.
Right.
You get your big house. You're going to have $1 million in your bank account when you wake up after when it hit 12 o'clock on midnight.
Right.
On January 1st.
Just sow a seed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like and all that, man. That's nothing but BS, man. That is nothing gonna do. It's only gonna depart you from the Lord. It's gonna move you away from the Lord. Because if you start focusing on material things, right, you're gonna start putting your mindset on this world. But you're not gonna put your mindset on Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And what that is just really the Babylonian state of mentality, which is nothing but doctrines that they're pushed to this world. A lot of people, and all these women, especially you women, you guys are in that state of pride, all right, money, you know, moving by yourself, okay, which is really nothing but the American Western philosophies that has been pushed on our people, man. Because we weren't like that back in these days, man. We actually used to sit down together in a family. We used to actually pray on top of, you know, over our food, and we used to have more zest. We used to have more zeal, right? Yeah, more zeal for the Lord. But really, what it is just nothing but confusion that's going on right now in these last days. All right, so hey, so you guys don't understand, man. You so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans, it's gonna compel you guys to wake up out of that deep sleep and come back to the Lord before you guys get hit by nuclear destruction, which is gonna happen to America.
Really, if I may say, you know, our people are really running from who they really are, man. They don't want to acknowledge that they're the true people of the Israelites, man. They don't want to acknowledge, you know, that our Lord is a so-called black man, that we're the true people, man. Okay, that they're running from it. You know, you say you're an Israelite, they look at you as a joke. Yeah. Right. Okay, you say, oh, we the true Jews. They look like it, you know, it can't be no possible way, man. Okay, why is that? Because it's been pushed out that, you know, black, you know, people black. You know, and you go into black and you avoid of light, man. Okay, some people look at themselves like they can't reach us when the scriptures tell us that well, we're set apart from everybody else, man. We're holy people unto Yahweh Shemel Shah. Okay, but now you know the Lord has been pushing it out that we are the true people, man. And prophecy is coming to pass.
And like Buddha said, they're trying to run for it. At the end of the day, you're gonna run into it. All right, because prophecy still gonna consume you. You don't know that you're an Israelite, right? Because you're gonna see Esau coming with great wrath on you.
Right.
All right. You know, everybody's gonna be against you. It don't matter. Yes, we're gonna be #1 top enemy of everybody against us. But at the end of the day, the other heathens know that you're an Israelite. They still gonna come against you too.
Right, and this truth, man, you know, this truth is actually being presented to you on a golden and silver platter, man. Okay, this truth, man, is worldwide already at this point. Everybody knows who the Israelites are. Everybody already knows who they truly are. But what's going on is, since the true man of the Lord, right, which is, you know, the elect nation of Israel, which only Yahweh Shah is going to come back to deliver, we're setting that standard against you people. And you guys are too obsessed with the wicked ways of this society. So you guys do not want to come back to the true holy ways of you guys that you guys are supposed to do. All right, you guys have law, statutes, and commandments. All right, you guys are not supposed to be eating certain foods. You guys are not supposed to, you women are not supposed to be dressed certain ways. All right, you guys are separate people. Like the brother said, when separate means holy. Holy people. All right, Isaiah 44, you know, who is chosen? Jacob. The 12 tribes of Israel.
It's 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and start at 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness? Okay. And the unbelievers, first and foremost, starts with the other nations, the heathens. They don't. It's not in them to believe in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, they believe in idols. They believe in the demonic spirits that govern this natural realm. Okay, and our people are supposed to be separating themselves from these other nations, starting with Esau. Okay. You don't have no business trying to assimilate yourself in this man's society. Okay? The book of Proverbs, all right, says what? Envy not thou the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. But here we are, going almost 2023, and you niggas getting ready to take a Neuralink, man.
Right. Yeah. And the thing about you simple Jakes, man, you guys look at that wickedness and you think that's the next thing, that's the next revolutionary thing. But what that is just really a snare for your judgment, you know? Just like how you guys saw the jump shot as a piece of salvation, such as well the jump shot, what it is doing right now to these people, man, it's killing them, man. They're dropping dead like flies. So the devil is really nothing but deceiving y'all. And the word devil means to deceive. And who's the devil? The so-called white man. All right? So that's why I beseech you to actually realize what's going on in the scriptures, man. Because like we said, you know, this truth is being presented on a silver platter. And this truth is going out like wildfire, man. The whole world knows about this truth. You got this truth being preached in all countries, all across the four corners of the earth. Everybody knows who the Israelites are. Your favorite celebrity knows who the Israelites are. Your favorite rapper knows who the Israelites are. Actor, radio show, everybody knows about this truth. So at this point, there's no excuse.
Yeah. And like you said, it's a wildfire. It's either you get
Right.
burned by the wildfire, or are you in training to control that wildfire?
Yep.
You know, to bend that wildfire through the spirit.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Add a little more. Verse 15, and what concord hath Mashiach with Belial? Or what part had he that believeth with an infidel? Okay? And like you were saying earlier about these different, they celebrate these different wicked ass holidays, right? You'll have all these different people of different religions. You got Christians and Buddhists, okay? All these, you know, atheists, New Age, agers, straight up witches, but they'll all celebrate Halloween. They all celebrate Thanksgiving. They all celebrate Christmas.
You're not supposed to be of the world. And the scripture say that. You know what I'm saying? The world is doing something. That means it's not really it's not a God.
No, it can't be.
So if everybody in the world celebrates birthdays, that means it's not a good God.
Exactly.
Thanksgiving. You know, not everybody celebrates Thanksgiving, but Christmas, New Year's. What is the one in February?
Valentine's Day.
Halloween. These are all shit of the world. It's the customs of the heathens.
So you as an Israelite, you supposed to, which is going to say better. Verse 16, and what agreement hath the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living God. As God hath said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. So Israelites were created to house the spirit of the Most High within them. Okay, the Lord is actually walking with us and talking with us.
Right.
We're living testaments of that.
You know, we got Daniel. You know that we got caught in captivity, but Daniel got delivered from the lion's den. All right. You got also all the 4 noblemen from Judah. They got delivered from the furnace as well, because the Lord is within us. The Lord does not dwell in the temples made by the hands of man. So these churches are not telling you the truth. But first, it starts off with actually knowing that you're an Israelite before anything else.
One more verse. Wherefore, come out from among them and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
Alright, so we're supposed to be separate from these other nations, especially from these wicked ass 2/3, man. You know, we cannot indulge in the way of this world, because the way of this world is against the spirit of Yahweh Shai. If that was the case, then Yahweh Shai would not have been crucified.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Yahweh Shai was against this world. That's why they envied him. That's why his own people wanted to crucify him. So you guys need to think about that in terms of, is this world against you or for you? Because you gotta think about who's in control right now. Who's the person that's in control right now? And where do all these so-called holidays come from? Which is really nothing but pagan origins. All right?
Yeah.
We all got smartphones at this point. We can all look it up. We got internet.
You know, why is the wicked so invested into these holidays? You know, this is the wicked. Why he puts these vibrations so hard? That's the question you should ask yourself.
And really, not to cut you off,
Oh, you good,
but
man.
the wicked, who's the chief wicked? The small hat.
Yeah.
The small hats out there. Okay? The 1948ers. Okay? They the ones that push these different enchantments and so-called holidays. All right? First and foremost, because it's witchcraft, they understand the demonic vibrations that are released during these different times of the year, through these different tapping in these different spirits through the rituals. But you're supposed to think, if this man claims to be a child of the Most High, he claims to be a descendant of the biblical people, then why is they pushing people to celebrate these different holidays, man? They'll say, oh, we don't celebrate that, we celebrate Hanukkah.
Yeah.
But yet, they run these different factories that make the Christmas toys, and they have these, they run the media and could create these different commercials, pushing these different advertisements, pushing, you know, Jingle Bell Rock and all that shit, getting you to buy a bottle of Jack Daniels and shit.
Some eggnog.
Right, you're supposed to think, like, what the fuck, like, what are they getting out of it?
Right, because really all the modern day holidays that, you know, America celebrates really all comes from Egypt. It all comes from all the pagan gods of the Egyptian empire that they actually made up. That's what the scriptures tells us. We got to make a separation between Israel and Egypt.
Exodus 11:7 says, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog with his tongue against man or beast, that he may know how the Lord Yahweh dog put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Right. So there's a difference between the Egyptians and Israel, okay? And Israelites, you know, the original Israelites, they were dark-skinned, melanated people, all right? And so the Egyptians were, but the Egyptians, they actually descend from Ham, okay? And the Israelites descend from Shem. And if you actually go back into the history, that doctrine has been pushed on us since like elementary school, saying that, oh, well, the Africans, they got sold by their own people. That is a false lie, man. Those are actually the real Egyptians that sold the Hebrews, man, to slavery.
But you had a lot of wicked ass jakes that was selling, you know, Israelites selling other Israelites as well.
Right.
You know, that did happen. That did go down. Okay, but Ham played a major role in that. Ishmael played a major role in that. You know?
Right, yeah.
But for truth's sake, though, you know, that did go down.
Right.
But that doesn't, that Esau like to bring up that talking point like that absolves the so-called white man of his crimes.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, that doesn't acquit the wicked. You Esau, you still got to pay for purchasing us and bringing us over here,
Right,
and everything else that happened from that time period up until this day.
Yep.
You devils think y'all so smart, like you just gonna talk your way out of judgment. You're not gonna outsmart Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
And you devils.
They got a lot to pay for, man.
And you devils are starting to get exposed, man. That's why you're taking down your statues, all right? That's why you're trying to apologize for, you know, that's why these big corporations such as Aetna, all right, which is an insurance company, they're trying to apologize because they have roots that trace back to slavery, you know?
Now, California, they're trying to get reparations back to so-called black people,
Right. Yeah.
man. They're trying to, you still did the crime, man.
Well, the Lord said, if you render unto me a recompense, surely will I recompense, surely and swiftly will I render your recompense upon your own head.
Right. So that's why, you know, that's why we gotta separate ourselves from this the Egyptians, man, and what is modern day Egypt, which is America. You know, the scripture tells us that modern day Egypt is America. That's why all these origins and all these holidays that we celebrate, such as Christmas, Thanksgiving, it traces nothing back but really to the pagan gods of Egypt, man.
To the Babylonians.
And the Babylonians as well. All right, so really what that is just you're saying, hey, F you, God, if you're trying to celebrate these so-called holidays, man. America's through, man. America's done.
Just to prove what, Arch was saying, you're trying to, like, you know, keep the bill from you, you know, the bill of judgment from you, like, oh, the so-called Africans sold you. You know, the so-called, you know, the Africans sold Africans. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're trying to push in the atmosphere. But this is here, Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or you stole us, and you sold us, so that's two. Or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. So when Yahushua come back, he's still gonna be in your hand, so he's gonna be put to death.
Right.
So there's no escaping your judgment. You know? There's no escaping your judgment, Esau. That's why Babylon is gonna be destroyed. How it's gonna be destroyed is because you shed the blood of the children of Israel. Why you profane the Heavenly Father and His Son.
Right. And you know, not just Esau, but all these other nations, man. All right, from the Babylonians to the Syrians to the Medo-Persians to the Greeks to the Romans. All right, you so-called Chinese, you so-called Arabs, you so-called Japanese. All you guys partook, and all you guys had a hand in the captivity of the Israelites, man. So all you other nations are going in captivity as well. But the Lord got a bone to pick, man, with you so-called white man.
That's right.
The Lord got a bone to pick with you so-called white man, because you guys did nothing but cause ruckus and hell to Jake, man.
And the earth.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Everybody, yeah. Polluted the whole damn earth.
All the problems and things wrong with the earth right now can be attributed back to the so-called Caucasian race. And that's a fact.
It said when they came in after Alexander the Great, all right, his 4 generals, all right, put the crowns upon their own head and said, what? Wickedness multiplied.
Exactly.
Wickedness multiplied. It said what it was, Cassandras,
Ptolemies, Semitis,
Semitis.
Yeah.
We said Ptolemies already.
and a solution.
Seleucus. When they came into power, it said wickedness multiplied.
Because there was 4, so they spread throughout the 4 corners of the earth.
Right. Oh yeah.
They spread through the 4 winds. Just push that demonic spirit all over the place.
When you get that what? The Greek
Right.
indoctrination.
Civilization started with the Greeks.
Right.
Bullshit.
Assimilate to the Greeks.
Hellenization.
Yeah, Hellenization.
This first Maccabees 2:10. It says, "What nation had not had a part in her kingdom, and God of her spoils."
What nation? So you be like, oh, I didn't, my forefathers didn't have slaves.
Right.
That bullshit you heard. But who was there when when they used to hang the slaves and this guy be calling like smart.
Yeah, they think they're so fucking smart.
Yeah, Amalek.
Look stupid.
Yeah, right.
You called him and then he moved.
Yeah, he recorded, man.
Oh, man.
But who was there when they hanged Jake and burned him and cut off his rod and sent the picture to the other family across the earth or across the United States? Or regular Joe Smo Edomites.
Edomite,
If I say, we didn't have slaves, but you partake in killing Jake and hanging Jake,
Right.
picking a nigga, hanging a nigga in,
Barbecuing, motherfucker, all that shit.
You partake in all that. You're not guilty.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's why the earth is polluted the way it is. That's why, who was the race that really caused everybody to start wearing fucking masks, man?
Exactly.
Who did that? Who had the power to do that?
You cause the whole earth to put a chip in them.
Right. Yeah.
Made the earth as a wilderness.
Yeah.
Cut down all the trees, push all the damn plastic all over the earth.
Oh, who changed the face of the judges thereof?
Exactly.
Who made Yahweh Shai white, man? Who painted so-called Jesus Christ from black to white?
Yeah.
Who did that?
We got a time what they call iconoclasm.
Right.
They're breaking the nose. Every picture of Jake, civilization that was dark ruling,
Right.
they all got their nose tipped off, but they don't got Ham, even him, yeah.
All the nations.
All the nations, their nose chopped. Why is always their nose? Why is not another part like their eyes,
Right.
their jawline? It's just their nose.
Yeah.
That nose was a indicator who was ruling.
Right.
It's only Esau that pointy nose.
That big,
Right.
big nose people. Not the wide nose, the long nose.
Yeah, ugly ass, big needle ass nose, man.
You just look at the bust of the Edomite god Quaz. You can see you got that pointy ass Amalekite nose.
But the scriptures tells you that. Also, who's a profane person such as Esau?
Exactly.
All right. And the devil is so deceiving that they're the ones that taking these private planes everywhere. They're the ones that is moving all these big vessels, these big steamship lines, but they're the same ones telling you
Need a carbon tax.
Right.
And say, Satan shall change himself into the angel of light.
Right.
I'm paraphrasing it. Acting like he's really righteous, but he's not.
Yeah.
That's Esau. He's he playing that devil advocate.
Right.
I'm here to save the earth, and he's the one that's chopping all the trees in the rainforest.
Trees down.
He's the one that
I got it right here.
Okay, the water.
It's 2 Corinthians 11 and 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves. I should tell you right there, transforming themselves.
Hey.
Who puts that shit in the earth?
Yeah.
Talking about you could cut off your rod, and now you a woman because you cut your dick off.
Water, bro.
Who puts that shit on the children, man?
This guy. This guy says.
Hey, you gotta
Right.
keep it on.
For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Hamashiach, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
You saw him, a so-called white man. Who's the head of the theological, cemetery?
Right.
Who pushes that? You got to go to school and learn.
Yeah.
All right, so the Romans killed the Most High, but his son Yahushua. But for some reason, the Lord gave him the understanding of the Bible. They're the ones that's pushing righteousness.
Right. The Vatican.
The
Made
Vatican.
no damn sense, right?
That don't make no sense. That's questions that a Christian should ask himself.
Right, because a regular everyday Christian doesn't understand the history of the ancient Roman Empire. Then you had the fall of it, and then the raising up of the Eastern Roman Empire, or what they call the Byzantine Empire, and then how Esau came back into power in the Renaissance period. So so as a Christian, you just thinking these just that's the same Romans that crucified them, but somehow, like you say, they're gonna teach you the breakdown.
Yeah, teach him to break down.
Right.
I didn't know God.
You know? Bugged out, man. The Pope and shit. These people go bugged out over the Pope. The Pope is a demon.
Majority of our people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially Northern Kingdom.
Number
Crying,
one.
kissing, Pope, running to the Pope like he
Giving them the baby. Here, take my baby.
knowing
Yeah.
knowing that church is pedophiles.
You just had a bunch of them
Yeah.
just got exposed.
Right,
And what's the uproar of the Christians?
right,
You want
right.
to say that we do that shit? Wait, your fucking denomination always get caught.
Vocab. Never,
Okay.
ever, I never heard him mention that, ever. But we know what team you working
Yeah,
for.
you know your little agent, vocab. How many billions of dollars has the Roman Empire invested in lawsuits, man? Just so they don't get their ass exposed.
Yeah.
Right. They got like a account set up for them shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
They are mothers and fathers out to keep us.
yeah. They got hush money, man. The Vatican got hush money, man. And they've been had it, and they're gonna stay have it until Yahushua comes back and fucks this place up, man.
They got all kind of money in the Vatican. That's like one of the richest entities on the planet, man.
Oh, and they're a sovereign entity.
Right.
They don't abide by the regular governmental laws and
In Italy.
right in Italy and all these other statutes and laws and regulations. They're by themselves, so they can do whatever the f they want.
Right.
They can do that's why they get away with everything, and that's why they don't get caught, because really it's just nothing but a mask that they got on. But they get it exposed, man. Well, you Christians and especially you Catholics, you Northern Kingdom Catholics, you guys are supposed to be asking yourself these questions, man.
But people don't act, the average everyday person, the vast majority of them, they don't have the capability to ask themselves questions.
Right.
They don't have the ability to think critically. That's why you see a motherfucker driving in the car with the mask on, with the windows up by himself. And it's not like you just see one person doing that shit. You go out and drive, you see a bunch of people doing that shit. Why? Because these people, they don't have no mind, man. They have a brain, okay? They're able to receive information, but they don't have the ability to think for themselves. It's just that simple. That's why 2/3 can't get this truth. They don't have the ability to fucking think. They just eat up whatever the so-called white man tell them.
A lot of these Jakes stop thinking critically after 12th grade of high school, man.
In elementary school. Esau get them motherfuckers early, man.
Yeah, man. You know?
That's why when you see a child born when they're young,
Right.
think and ask questions.
Exactly.
That's why you go to school so early. That's why you start putting those drugs in you early.
Right.
So you don't ask questions. You just become zombie. You know what I'm saying? You just it's okay. All right, time to go to lunch. You're walking in a
Right.
straight line. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Look at the schools. They already look like penitentiaries.
Yeah.
You know? You got it.
Nah, you do the math problem, you don't do it, you get the right answer, but you don't do it the way the teacher said it, you get an F.
Right.
Wrong. Find an easier way. And then, you know, here they make it complicated to get the answer.
Right. Trick questions and shit.
Which goes to show, you know, that's really nothing but how wicked the educational system that the Rothschilds have set up for our people, man. They're just to keep them dumbed down. But really, which is really geared to the, you know, the Americans, because that's why if you look up America in terms of the list of the most advanced educational country, America's always like, what are they, like
27 or some shit like
the
that?
20s and shit.
Yeah.
Americans are stupid.
But they very dumb.
They're very ignorant and dumb.
You know, there's some questions out there, you be sending TikTok guys and be answering questions.
Right.
I don't be sometimes, I don't even know sometimes. But they be answering questions that Americans should know.
Right.
Should know, right?
Or, you know,
People
so-
in college and shit.
Yeah.
Right, I know y'all watch TikTok, right? You got a lot of these little people that like doing little mini interviews and shit on these TikTok applications and social media and all that BS. And they ask questions like, who's the 16th president of the United States?
I don't know, brother.
You know, but we were so indoctrinated that, okay, the 5th grader will say, okay, that is Abraham Lincoln. You know, he freed the slaves, blah, blah. Or who's the first president? Damn, the regular person was fucking say George Washington type shit, you know?
The regular person said George Washington.
Yeah, or what is the capital of the United States? I don't know. New York? It's really it just goes to show that this devil did a good job in really rotting the minds and the mentality of, you know, of America, but really it was geared to our people, man. But at the end of the day, only the elect is gonna wake up to this truth. All right, and that's just gonna wake up to actually true knowledge. That's why this message, man, this message is not to the heathens. This message is not to the so-called white people. This message is not to so-called Japanese, Chinese, Arabs, man. This message is to our people, because we were the ones who are the Israelites, and we're the ones who actually went through hell and back. That's how we need to wake up, so we could actually be compelled to move to the Spirit, to repent, and be saved out of the destruction of America.
I had one more verse on this Corinthians. 2 Corinthians 11 and 15. I'll start at 14 again. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. No great thing. So it's not, you got people that they think like the Illuminati, that's a conspiracy theory. You know, these different people in government, they worship the devil. Oh, that's crazy talk. But the Bible said that's no great thing. That's not a hard thing. If Satan himself transformed into an angel of light, what, ain't the government gonna do the same thing?
You understand that? It's a physical kind of power of Satan.
Right.
Right.
The children are going to push this vibration.
Children of the devil.
Which is Esau, man, the so-called white man. You know, the Lord set him up to be that figure, man, in this world. You know, because this is really the Lord's movie. You know, you got the antagonist and you got the protagonist, right? So you got everybody playing their role, and then who are these heathens, man? They're just the backdrop.
Yeah.
You know, which they're gonna play a part in it, but it's just the main character and the villain, the good and the evil.
Yeah.
You know, but the Lord has set it up that way. But really, at the end of the day, man, like I said, you know, it goes back to the elect that's gonna get delivered out of this thing, man.
Most of the people walking on the earth, they just NPCs, man. They just non-playable characters. They just got the same handful of words they say, the same handful of thoughts. They act like they have opinions on certain shit, but they all say the same exact shit. That's why we people come up to the camp. We already know what the fuck you gonna say, because we done seen plenty of people like you say the same shit.
And we used to say the same shit that you said.
You know?
Yeah, us too, yeah.
But some of the shit you people say, we ain't never say shit. Some of you motherfuckers say it now in these days, man.
No, Charles.
These people are fucking gone, man.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, it's the protagonist and the antagonist. You have the righteous of Israel, the elect of Israel, and then you got the enlightened ones of the heathen,
Right.
starting with Esau. You know, the elites, they're not NPCs, man. They're not fucking bugged out zombies like you people, man. They actually can critically think. You know? If you a fucking NPC, you're not gonna get this truth.
Yeah.
Period.
Yes, because on Sirach 33 and 11, and the much knowledge the Lord had divided them and made their ways diverse.
Oh yeah. You start off with like a verse.
Okay.
Adam, all was created from Adam.
Okay, that was okay, 10. So Ecclesiasticus Sirach 33 and 10. And all men are from the ground. All men.
Right.
All you got the sons, you know, the sons of God, the sons of sons of men and the sons of wicked. You know. Adamites, you know. In much knowledge the Lord had divided them and made their ways diverse. So he made their ways diverse. Alright? Some of them have he blessed, the children of Israel, and exalted, and some have he sanctified and set near himself. Alright, they're elect.
Right.
But some of them have he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. Esau, even the so-called white man. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it as his pleasure, Yahweh will be the potter's, you know, the clay. You know, as the clay is in the potter's hand, he's the potter.
Right.
Or the clays will be the people. All right? And fashion it in his pleasure, so you have one that he exalted,
Right.
one that he loved, and one that he hated. When he goes into Romans the 9th chapter, right?
And if I could say, like it also says, I believe that's in Proverbs. All right, it says the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduces him. Oh, I created man upright, but they have sought out many devices. The people like to say, oh, we all humans, we all bleed red. Okay, but all dogs are dogs, but you got different breeds of dogs that have different natures. Okay, a Chihuahua is not the same as a pit bull. A German Shepherd is not the same as a Yorkie, man. Okay, and the same goes with the nation of Israel and the nation of Edom. It's like night and day. You know, we two totally different species.
Right.
Two manners of people.
Right.
Different vibrations of spirit, man. Completely different.
Israel is created with a certain potential for righteousness in them, and Esau is created with a potential of great wickedness, man.
Jake knows certain things are wrong, even if he was not taught.
Right.
Right? Esau, you know what I'm saying? He come out the womb speaking lies. He is straight from the womb,
Right.
man.
Demon.
He's straight
from
demon.
from birth. That's seed of Chucky.
Yes. 13, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it as his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as likely him best. Good is set against evil, and life against death, so the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. I said, two against each other. God has set against the evil and life against death, so the godly against sinner and sin against godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two, one against another.
Right.
And you see it up on earth. You got night and day. Yeah?
Yeah, man. At the end of the day, the Lord is in control, man.
The sun and the moon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, no matter how much you try to beg the so-called white man to love you and to be your friend and to look at you as an equal, he will not do it. Because it's not in his spirit to do it.
That's why you constantly have the issue, the word racism come up every single damn time, man. and it's an issue that is never going to be fixed until Yahweh Shai returns and establishes his throne on the earth, man.
It's enmity.
And it's still going to be racism.
Yeah.
Because racist mean to be for your own race, man. Everybody's supposed to be racist. That's a natural part of existence, man. every light will cleave unto its light. Okay? Birds of a feather flock together. You come in, these people want to put some utopian fantasy shit.
Right.
Right. And what they almost did it. And what happened? The Most High shut that shit down, man.
Showing you that law is not with that.
Nah.
That's why he gave everybody their own land. You know?
Right. Own language.
Their own language, yeah.
You niggas cry and complain when you get shot down by the cops. If you had your own fucking communities and police yourself, you wouldn't be getting shot down by the cops, nigga.
You gotta conduct yourself. You knew who the fucking wicked was too.
Right. You stay away from them.
Yeah.
And a lot of you Jakes, man, that's into that unity, that kumbaya spirit, man. You're gonna get shifted on that spirit as soon as the electronic grid comes down and martial law gets established, man. Because everybody's gonna be for their own race, man.
Or for his own self.
For some
Yeah.
All that unity and peace and loving one another, all that's gonna go out the window.
Yeah. When everybody's starving,
Yeah,
everybody got
starving.
their own children to feed.
Yeah.
When you got your neighbor breaking in your house, right? When there's no electricity, there's no internet, what's gonna happen next? You're not gonna be thinking about that whole entire unity, mentality, lifestyle. All that shit's out the window,
Yeah,
man.
they don't care about it now.
Right.
Family structure and shit. Y'all think that's gonna be family?
Right.
The structure is the lack.
Right.
You know, because
Yeah.
some brothers gonna be together. I might have only avocado, and we gotta split it amongst each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be stuff like that with Lord. Try us. You know what I'm saying? To see if you really brotherly. Are you really a brother? That's gonna, but it starts now. Are you being a brother now? If you're not being a family orientated now, they ain't gonna push in while all hell breaking
You
loose.
just go, all right, I'm gonna turn it on.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna turn it on being charitable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotta be in you.
Yeah.
So Isaiah 13 and 14 says, and it shall be as a chase road, and as a seat that no man take it up. There shall every man turn to his own people,
Every man shall turn to his own people.
and flee everyone into his own land.
So
God,
proving
yeah,
that they're
so-
gonna be of their own people because they're
Right.
gonna be going into, those heathens are able to go back to their land. All right, that means they're fleeing onto their own people.
Right, 'cause it's already in their spirit to side with their people, man.
Yeah.
Why in those times when a so-called Chinese person will side with a so-called black American, man?
They have nothing to go.
Right. You're not able to relate with each other.
You know what's a good example of that happening right now? In terms of people are in their survival instincts in prison, man. Everybody, every single race looks after their own race.
Even if they beef with one another.
Right.
In prison, they put their blood and their pimp shit is pushed to the side.
Right.
They come together. Now you gotta fight against, Esau, Edom, the different Aryan brotherhoods. We gotta fight against, Latinos because they don't know that they think the same people. So they fight against each other.
Right.
You had tribal warfare amongst the nation of Israel going back to the time of old.
Time of David too.
Yeah.
It's great.
Right.
They're like, we want David. David is more to us than you.
Right.
So you get that. Judah don't
Vex
vex Ephraim. If Ephraim don't envy Judah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So like the brother said, at the end of the day, man, only the elect are gonna actually be looking after each other, man. All right. So your so-called neighbor that you guys go out fishing every single month, he's gonna be trying to break in your fucking house, man, to steal your food. Yeah, he gonna fish your ass, man.
Cut you like a fool. Then what is that bug out? Alex Jones.
Right.
Say, hey, right now I'm sizing my neighbor. I'm sizing him up because if I need to, I gotta feed my kids. We're gonna eat them.
Right.
I was like, he's an Edomite. They ain't even know, You could easily go and eat right now. Why you talking like that?
Right.
Fantasizing the cannibalism.
That's how you know he's a fucking demon, man.
Yeah, you're already thinking about that thought process in his head.
They got a lot of these bugged out Edomites watch Alex Jones. They heard that shit.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah. And they went and sized up their neighbor.
Okay.
So they already, that just shows a lot of people in that mind right now.
That's why I believe anything that's meat is food.
They're like,
Saying
right.
fucking Moab and Ammon.
Well, niggas think that shit too. Niggas gonna commit cannibalism too. He already eat McDonald's and shit.
Right.
Just ask Ed Finkelstein, he'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's the times that we're going into now. Because, you know, it all goes back to how Lord is setting things up. You know, we got inflation on the rise. You know, a dozen pack of eggs, you know, the price is like, it's soaring, it's increasing. $6-7 now, it's going to be soon, you know. Gas prices going up. Rent is starting to go down, but everything is about to go up again very soon. Everything's about to get to the point where you're going to have to got two options. Either you starve or you steal.
Yeah. I'll take the MOTTV.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what really, you know, Esau's doing. Oppression from above, pressure from beneath.
Yeah.
So you need to submit to his ways.
Yeah.
To submit to him. Where he comes with, I have the solution.
Yeah. Right.
All right, and the solution is going to be that MOT to the B, the Quran.
Yep.
If you're not building a foundation in Yahweh Shema Shai, you're not leaning upon Yahweh Shema Shai, you don't believe in the, you know, the power and the miracles that the Yahweh Shai did, you're gonna take the chip, man.
Straight up.
You don't think that's possible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why all you Israelites out there that don't want to accept that the Revelation 13:16 prophecy is what we say it is, man. You're gonna take it.
Yeah.
Straight up, you're gonna take it, man. You see all different parts of you know, infrastructures of the world are coming together,
Yeah.
all to create this one thing. You see what's so easy? Clearly, see, they coming out and saying it.
All of them making it a digital, you know, currency.
Right, digital CBDC,
Yeah.
and partner with that is digital identification.
Right.
Because
Profit.
in order for you to use the digital the central bank digital currency, you gotta be you gotta have a digital ID, you gotta have a digital wallet.
Not good.
Yeah, you gotta be plugged into the system. You know? And y'all seen that bugged out shit they had at one of these Art Basel exhibits?
ATMs?
Yeah.
ATMs?
Had the fucking ATM. You know, it's Art Basel going on right now. Wicked ass shit. They got an ATM. They got people going to put in a card in the ATM, and it got a fucking roster lineup, and it show people pictures with their bank account number on that shit.
If you're a jacket, all you gotta do is just go there.
And just sit,
Just sit there, look at the people.
Look, right.
Oh,
I'm following you.
you don't even gotta rob. You just gotta rob one person. Just look who got the most and follow his ass. But guess what though? You don't even gotta do that. They probably got a fucking skimmer on the ATM taking their information, and they just gonna wake up and they shit gonna be empty.
Yeah.
But that's
I was gonna add, like, and why the hell would you want to use an ATM at a Art Basel fucking function, man? You dumb as fuck, man.
Simple. That's how you know they shit.
they vain. It's for clout. Oh, look at me. I got the most money. But really what that is doing is priming people to be on the blockchain.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing transactions on the blockchain, you can't hide. Everybody can see your transactions.
Mm-hmm.
They want to create a system, right? Socialism. Yeah, social credit score.
Right.
You could be able to look and see what this person is on, what he's into.
It's the status.
And they want other people to be able to report other people
Yeah.
snitching on people and shit.
Right.
You know?
This guy had too many meat this day.
Right.
He didn't work out at 7 o'clock.
Right. He didn't get on the
He
treadmill
get on the treadmill.
for an hour.
All right, his social, he was at a B, his social goes to a C or a D.
right.
You know?
Take out money out of your account. But that's what we're coming into.
Yeah. This is where we at, man. And these Israelites acting like,
This is like party.
Yeah.
keep the commandments, brother.
Do you have your garment? Do you have your fringes, brother? I'll show you how you got the devil.
Let the Bible speak, son.
Bible speak up. Fucking wicked ass Levite, bro. That nigga dead, dog. You something else, bro.
Oh, shit. They worry about Kyrie Irving and shit, man.
He's sitting on y'all.
Want to march and shit.
This is God army. Send money for God army. That nigga wicked,
$5
bro.
million.
That nigga wicked, bro. That nigga
They shaking niggas down. That's wickedness, man. They want to shake. You know, Jake that's got a little money. They want to shake them down, force them to, you know, donate to their organization. That's a fucking
Extortion.
yeah. That's extortion, man.
Remember the pocket?
Right, the pocket. Yeah.
That thing, showing that they are extortionate. Where's your 10%, bro?
Oh man.
They probably thought it was going to get money out of Kyrie.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
going to give them some money and donate to them.
His 10% is a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's millions in your
Oh, Nate had his eyes on
happy
him.
right now. Nate, bro, you know how much money Nate is rolling there right now? He's
Yeah,
rolling there.
he's
He's old.
swimming in it.
You know how many people into looking at IURC?
You better make a Forbes list, huh?
Money is a top Israelite teacher.
He's so proud right now. You know how you speak? Yes, you know, you're happy.
Yeah, he's proud as hell.
You know, you happy? Hey, you wanted to shine, like, you got it, brother.
Yeah, he got it. All y'all got it too. Change your name to Ben Israel and all that. Let's see if the Lord is with you in that day. But I got something. Let's take Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Yep.
For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another.
You gotta consider, you live in Babylon, where a citizen can have as much guns he wants,
Yeah.
Right.
How much ammo?
as much ammo as he wants. To these other countries, you can't really move with guns. You gotta be stationary into a building or something. You know, these places, especially in Europe. That's why in Europe you see them fighting always with hands.
Yeah, with
stabbing
hands,
niggas.
throwing bombs and
Shut
shit.
Yeah, or shake. You know, it's hard because you get paralyzed having a gun on you. Here,
Police
you can
don't even got guns.
Yeah, but here you got, you know. So you supposed to be considerate. Damn. They finna use the sword because the bonus sword is what? The gun.
Yeah. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
What is that? Martial law.
Yeah.
We've seen it in 2020. We've seen that little clip of it. You couldn't leave the house at a certain time. Only if you was a essential worker. You couldn't be caught, you know, Miami was not too strong, but it still was there.
Right.
So if the law officers wanted to enforce it, they can enforce it on you.
You had to have a pass
Yeah.
to prove you was an essential worker. So
Yeah.
you know what's coming back.
Yeah.
But the pass is gonna be the digital law,
Right.
which they in lockdown right now in China, and they going buck wild out there. Them damn gooks.
They're like, we not going to this way. Because they know how much they suffer over there, you know?
They starting to say, okay, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
This ain't real, man.
That's the upwards of people like you just read.
Right.
They're burning down the quarantine camps or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, they're fighting cops and shit out there. They started off by killing themselves. They couldn't take it anymore. But now at this point, they're like, damn, my cousin just killed herself. My aunt just killed herself. My family's fucking dying. They're trying to fight.
They ain't got nothing to lose.
Nah.
Right. Yeah, at this point, man, all hell breaking loose out there.
Yeah.
So how much more America where we got actual ammunition, we got firepower, we got guns, we got switches and all that shit.
Militia groups.
Yeah, grenades, everything, man.
You saw guns mounted on the truck and they take a whole block out.
Right.
They got all these ex-militaries
Yeah.
and shit.
Right.
They get fed up more and more.
Oh yeah, especially the old ones. That's really why they pushed the jab and the Rona. They really wanted to get rid of all them old expatriates and shit.
Right.
Old ex-military and shit that know all the secrets and shit.
Yeah, you know that thing. Who's capital?
Right, they know how to
Ambush the city.
Right.
right.
You know, to fortify your city or fortify your defense to hold the city.
But a lot of them already they saw through
Oh, they saw through that shit.
a lot of them they take that shit.
Nah, they don't take it.
Gran Torino ass Edomite.
Right, great. That's why I wanted to filter out all those, those masculine figures out of the household and really just leave you damn effeminate as men that can't fend for yourselves and can't even change a tire.
And you women, y'all just gonna fucking die.
I was gonna get died and get raped and that's it.
Ain't no power mic. Who be screaming when a fucking fight break out?
Right.
So imagine when the lights, you know, it's an EMP attack.
Right.
You can't turn on that switch. It's just straight darkness.
Right, yeah.
And you can feel the darkness too.
All they gotta do is shut off Instagram. These bitches gonna lose their
They
shit.
did though. They did multiple times. Every time it shut down, it was rebooting itself. I can't make my money. I lost thousands of dollars.
I can't post thirst traps.
Yeah.
They start losing their brain and shit. They can't think straight anymore. They lose their sense of value as a human being. All right.
It's sad, but it's funny, but it's true.
And you men too. You men live just like that too.
Yeah.
You feminine ass men that live off of attention and adrenaline, based off what online traffic you get on your shit, man. See, but real men, they don't give a fuck about that, man. And the men of the Lord, they don't give a fuck about that either, man.
You know, it's just there to pass time.
Yeah. So when they shut that grid down and there's no internet, shit, you know what? Not even the grid, but the internet. When you can't even connect anymore, when you can't even order your Uber Eats,
Right.
you can't order your pizza, you can't call certain people, you cannot, you're cut off from the world.
What was that movie, that show where it was in New York?
It was like that Geo movie.
Yeah,
American Blackout.
yeah. See how that went?
And they bugged the fuck
Bugged
out.
up.
And that was only like a week,
A couple of days,
or
right?
like a few days, less than a week.
Right.
And all hell broke loose. Them motherfuckers lost their shit.
They just killed one nigga with a can. The brother can't even take a can from him. That's Dodgy. And they ain't one another.
Then bust the can after it ate it.
He considered, he like, damn, why did we do this fucking penthouse? Because it was a penthouse.
It was all on
All
the
keep on
top.
going up and down.
Oh, you doing that? Y'all penthouse niggas gonna die, man. I'm gonna die right in that
Jump
shit.
out.
They gonna die in the stairway trying to get down.
Yeah, because
Get
everybody,
swept up.
just gonna have probably different niggas supplying that level. So this is, we got this over
Yeah,
here.
this is our floor.
It's our floor.
Right.
Because it might have, that floor might have a bug out in that floor.
Stay your motherfucking ass up. Then you come past the 30th floor, we gonna murk your ass. That's the type of shit that's coming, man.
350. Right.
Which is all prophecy that's gonna happen in America, man. Because America's really nothing but a pot that's boiling up.
Oh, yeah.
It's a can of worms that's ready to pop off, man. Just look at the truck drivers. They're coming out back to back, sending videos out. Yo, the trucks are not moving. The trucks are not moving. That's why you got inflation going on. That's why that's why when I go to my grocery store, I can't find, like last time I couldn't find any water.
Yeah.
I had to resort to the water I didn't like.
Yeah.
But it was just at a certain level where I had to force myself to get that certain kind of water.
Yeah.
But it thoughtful too.
But that's how they move. Because remember, it was supposed to be a hurricane. You know how people over here like buy everything.
Right. I like
So
to hoard
imagine when
shit.
they probably see that. They just, something little might happen where everybody just, you see, you can't swipe your card.
Right.
Say, fuck it. Just take everything and go.
Yeah.
But they showed that in American Blackout. Yeah. Either might try to use his car.
Yeah.
to
He's
get
like
water.
watch and shit.
Like, bro, I can't. What am I gonna do with that shit?
Yeah.
Here, take my watch. I don't want this nigga. I don't nobody want that shit, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck I'm gonna do with the watch, nigga? Hey, but if you spiritual, man, you can feel that 2023 gonna be some shit, boy.
Yeah.
You can feel it, man. You can feel it's a great anticipation in the spirit for 2023. It feels like a countdown, you know?
Spiritually, you feel it that it's escalating to that point, man.
Not a little what was on this again, just 15 and 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword,
See?
and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Your neighbor is gonna break in your fucking house, man. with no remorse on your children, no remorse on your wife. He's gonna come in there with a damn rifle, an AK. He's gonna light that shit up, and you're gonna take your little cans that you got.
Yeah.
Because the Lord says so, and it's gonna happen to America, man.
That was your wife.
If you don't have the hedge of protection of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you're gonna be subject to that destruction, man. Unless you go ahead and take that trip and you go ahead and to these concentration camps.
It's still gonna be. It's gonna be trodden down on the floor.
Yeah. You get destroyed by fire and brimstone, regardless.
Still Israelite. You can take that chip,
Right.
and some might still have you not connected to the grid. You still might.
Right.
This shit still might turn off.
Yeah, your shit might malfunction.
Yeah.
It's easy all we did.
He just wanted you to, to be joined onto him so you can be destroyed.
Hey, America is going to get destroyed, all right?
So what you mean?
Huh?
Hey, we want it to happen. You saying we wanted it. We know it's gonna happen.
America is set for destruction, man.
200 million nuclear warheads.
That's right. We see it happening right now. We see the nations that's coming up against America, man. All right, we see, all these nations that's gathering together. You got North Korea, Iran, Russia, China. All right, they're starting to make teams. We see the teams assembling.
Got the BRICS nations.
Yeah, BRICS and NATO. And what's gonna happen? Russia these other nations, man, especially mostly, primarily Russia, they're gonna send those nuclear warheads to America. And the generation that's alive right now, that's gonna be the generation that's gonna see that destruction firsthand.
Everybody, say everyone that been in the boat shoot at us.
Right.
Yeah. Spare none.
come on.
So even the NATO is gonna shoot at her. They say the beast shall hate the Lord. All right, so they're gonna shoot at her, man. All right, even your mother Britain is gonna shoot at you.
That's right. Air and sea shit. Because we also got these nuclear submarines too that gonna be shooting things down, man.
Boy, you motherfuckers are telling me.
But I think about you had something right there.
Zephaniah 1. Zephaniah 1:14 it says, "Great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near and hasted greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly."
Mighty men. And the mighty men there are what? The Navy SEALs.
Right.
Right. Green Beret.
Green Beret. The men that go out there killing, man. Yeah, those men.
The SEAL 6, yeah,
What
the
is all
high.
the Russian one?
Spetsnaz.
Spetsnaz.
Right.
They finna cry bitterly, all right? Because it's gonna be like a time never before, all right? And you ain't gonna be able to adapt. See, that's the thing. The times we coming in, you're not gonna be able to adapt.
Yeah.
There's gonna be troubles on all sides. It's gonna be a famine. It's gonna be pestilence. All right, now you gotta worry about your neighbor robbing you and trying to kill you. All right, somebody trying to eat you, or animals trying to eat you. Then the government coming after you.
Yeah.
That's all you gonna. All these things gonna be happening at one time.
Yeah, all the planes go hit America.
Hit the whole world.
Yeah. Yep.
And just want to say where it said even the voice of the day of the Lord. Go to the word voice, it means sound. So he basically you can hear it. You can hear it coming. You know?
Yeah, what it say in Ezekiel 7? They watching for you.
It watches for death, evil, and only evil.
Zephaniah 1:15 it says, "That day is the day of wrath, a day of trouble, and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of deterrent and alarm against the fenced cities."
So not a peace. When you go to Matthew, it said the Lord come not with peace, but what? Come with a sword.
Right. Destruction, man.
Destruction. So what are these Christians talking about?
They don't know what they're talking
They
about.
don't. You know what apostles say? They think he's gonna come in a lotus position,
Right.
giving out cotton candy. That's what these people believe.
They think the Lord coming back with Hallmark cards and candy canes, man.
You want $1 million. You want $1 million.
Hey, y'all don't know the Lord, man.
You got people coming out saying that the Lord was a transsexual.
See? Why? Well, that's why this gotta be. That's why this gotta be short. This shit about it.
Hey, Yahweh Shai, who you guys ignorantly call Jesus Christ, is coming back as a conquering power, man. A divine conquering power that has nothing but vengeance in his mind, man. A lot of bloodshed that's gonna happen on the day of the Lord, man.
Hey, Noah Harari said God is dead and Jesus is fake news.
Yeah, we gonna see. Well, you a fucking hypocrite, because your people are what? Making have a war, a space, what do you call it? Department, you know?
Space Force?
Space Force, the water.
Baseball, yeah.
So you would say he unreal, but you prepare for the day of the Lord.
Right.
You gonna meet him, you gonna
He
go
got
fight
it.
him.
That's the help him sleep at night.
Yeah,
Wow, that's madness.
Right.
And they got all these different subdivisions of Space Force and all this BS. You know, they got the little symbols on it, man. But not even one. Y'all not even gonna hit not even one chariot, man. Or how about Shem Yahweh Shai, man?
See, it was a video. It was a video, I believe, they were speaking like some Middle Eastern language, and they were shooting at it with laser beams. Remember? Yeah. Have you seen that video?
Right.
Not even close. Chariots and playing
Yeah,
with them.
it was just playing with them.
Playing with them.
Yeah. And even
That's another power. That's another realm. That's why I say a realm versus another realm.
Right.
that is technology outside of this earth.
Yeah, that you said is a thousand years above, 1,000 years faster or ahead. That's spiritual, because the day of the Lord is one day, you know, so one day is 1,000 to us.
Right.
Yeah, very spiritual, but you know, from the Satan. He made the scriptures more true, you know?
Right. They even had these the chariots, you know, which you guys even call UFOs, where they hover on top of nuclear power plants and they shut all that shit down.
Yeah.
And even other like naval ships and everything.
Yeah.
And it confounds them. Like, what the hell is this?
They turn them on.
Turn them on.
And
Right.
then when they count down, get the one, they set them back off. playing with they at.
Hey man, Lord got something for y'all, man.
They just don't know.
Right.
That's all. They just don't know.
We'll find out. We're gonna find
They
out.
about to find out.
Like in Zephaniah 1 and 17 and 16, it says, the day of the trumpet and alarm against the great cities and against the high towers. And I'll bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dirt. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord Yahweh's wrath. The whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall even make a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
Right. By fire, okay, and what fire is that? That's a concentrated fire of the intercontinental nuclear ballistic missiles and the warheads, as well as the concentrated fire of the missiles, man.
Also from the mouth of the chariots.
Right, and the chariots. Go on, bro. And the chariots, man. All right. So America's gonna become a lake of fire, and there's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be nothing but utter destruction that's gonna happen on specifically America, man, because the wickedness that has surpassed. So America is set for destruction, man. I mean, we got Isaiah, right? Our Lord coming back with them chariots, with fire. The Lord's coming back with fire, and we're gonna see those days manifest very soon, man.
So Isaiah 66 and 15, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to run in his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. By fire, by his sword, for the Lord Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be many.
The slay of the Lord shall be many, man. And the Lord's coming back with fire. Did they say the Lord's gonna save many, or the slay is gonna be many? The slay is gonna be many. So the Lord's gonna come back to deliver his elect. Right? And America is set for destruction by fire. It got destroyed and that's the second death. All right, we got this. The world got destroyed the first time, but by the flood, by water. All right. And our second death is gonna be by fire, man. Which it's needed to cleanse the earth, because the earth is just, it's polluted.
It's like back then.
Yeah.
What the Lord said, we see the wickedness was too much.
Right.
Too much wickedness going on back then, and it's way more wickedness going on, man. Yeah. So of course we gotta destroy some fire.
Right. So the day of the Lord, man, the day of the Lord is not a day where you're just gonna hear like a gonna hear like an angelic voice, and people are gonna start floating up.
Remember that Halo game?
Right. Yeah.
Halo soundtrack.
Right. Yeah, the little voices, right? Like, come on, man. You're gonna be when the missiles hit, people are gonna start losing their hearing.
Yeah.
People not gonna be able to talk because that's how much it's gonna be a deep impact, man. That you're not gonna be able to talk.
They ain't be able to stand
They just
still.
gonna drop. They just gonna
Hey,
drop.
Yeah.
because the art go up to and fro.
He said every knee shall bow.
You shall go.
Everybody just gonna drop.
Right.
Just gonna drop to their
Right.
knees.
Just look up.
Right.
That's your teeth.
Yeah. Your tongue's gonna fucking melt in your mouth. Your eyes gonna purge in your eye sockets. All right, because you know all you gotta do is just really look up on the effects of a nuclear attack. Really. You know, there's studies on the effects of a nuclear attack, and there's these scientists when they witnessed the nuclear attack and they documented the actual events of it. They had to wear goggles and shit because it was gonna blind their fucking eyes.
Yeah.
So they're gonna get blinded first, right? They're gonna hear that boom, and then they're gonna feel that pulse that's gonna hit your body, right? You're gonna run to and fro, and then out of nowhere, you're just gonna melt. Your bones gonna melt too.
You know, keep your spirit there. You feel all that
Right.
judgment.
Make that feel like an eternity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Most High he's ancient of days. So
Right.
he's outside of time, man. He can make 5 seconds feel like 5 years, man.
Right.
And the elect and the angels, Yahweh Shai is watching your ass burn, man.
Right. You know, and that's gonna be Yahweh Shai that's coming back on that father shit, man, with his angels coming with the chariots, man. To destroy this wicked ass society, man.
And as I said, 26 and 20, it says, "Come, my people, enter down to thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself as it were for a little moment, to the inclination you will pass."
All right. Those chambers, man, those chambers are the chariots. All right, the chariots of the Lord. When the elect get beamed up. All right. So when those chariots are hitting, when those chariots are shooting missiles down in America, and those the nuclear missiles are destroying America, you know the elect are gonna get saved out of that judgment, and they're gonna get hidden, and they're gonna be actually protected by the Lord in those chariots, man. And they're gonna be looking down from and they're gonna be actually looking at America being burnt up. Because gonna be, the scriptures tells us that America's gonna be as a fire mingled with glass, right?
A lake of fire mingled with glass.
Right.
You know, a sea of glass mingled with fire.
Yeah, right. Watch it.
Because the chariots got windows in them.
Right, yeah. Hey, you want to giving all praise to Yahweh Shai, man, that the Lord came through.
It's going to happen fast, too. That was Revelation 11 saying the remnant were frightened. You know? Yeah. It's going to be go from the scripture say, the righteous shall scarcely be saved. So
Right.
it's going to be 1 minute, it's going to seem like you're not going to make it, and then at the last minute you're going to make it. It's like what Apostle Hart said.
Yeah. You don't feel like you don't see that missile coming, and you know you're like, damn, it's right there, but boom,
Yeah.
Lord delivered you.
Or, you know, missile could go off not too far from then the fire.
Right.
Fire just closing in on you on every side, and then at the last minute, before you know it, you on a ship. Boom, nobody looking down like damn.
Right.
That could have been almost could have been me.
That's why they're going to be worshiping the Most High.
Right.
They're gonna have the faith, and they're gonna do it with faith until the end.
Right.
That's, you know, which is really what's actually gonna keep us going, man. The faith in the Lord.
Continuing on, it says, Isaiah 26 and 21, "For behold, the Lord Yahweh coming out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain."
Right. So the Lord's gonna punish these other nations, man. The Lord is gathering all these nations, man. And who's gonna judge first? He's gonna judge all these nations in the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. All right. That's why we see a lot of this World War III rumors of war of World War III brewing up. Okay, because the Lord is actually putting the spirit on these leaders to be in that state of warlike mentality. But it's really the prophecy that the Lord has said that He's gonna do. All right, so the Lord is gonna judge these other nations, man. He's gonna destroy these other nations. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is gonna destroy these other nations, man. He's gonna deliver His elect. All right, which is who? The so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans that repented and were predestinated for the foundation of the earth for deliverance. I think I'll should go on.
Amos chapter 5 and 8. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. Or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?
So the day of the Lord is gonna be it's gonna be a dark day. All right, a day where it's nothing to play with, man. Because it's not, the day of the Lord is nothing like how the Hollywood has taught you guys, man. It's not how the movies has taught y'all, man. It's nothing but a lie that is really has been pushed by the so-called white man to our people to make ourselves believe that, okay, you know what, when the Lord comes back with His destruction, it's all good. Let's continue in our wickedness because it ain't so bad. You're gonna visualize it like, okay, it ain't really nothing like that bad.
You
But
only live once, YOLO.
yeah, you're gonna be on that YOLO spirit. But woe unto you to the desire of the Lord. Right.
So he knows that serving how much and a woman, no one holds that he put the cup.
Yeah.
That's why they go catch him off guard. It's not what they was told. What they're expecting. Right, what they was expecting.
Right.
See a so-called black man looking angry with a UFO that covering the whole sky with different chariots there.
Right.
It was a real actual cloud coming in, you know, the Christians.
Right.
Should be coming around the mountain.
Or they think it's a bunch of angels that's coming down with harps.
Yeah.
You know,
Naked babies.
yeah, they call them with the cherubs, right?
With diapers on.
With diapers on and shit, man. Little Edomite babies, man. That's not how it's gonna go down, man.
Hey, but yeah. Hey, when you really think about it, which we know the Renaissance, them artists, they was all moles. But when you really think about how the Lord coming back, from the perspective of like an Edomite, or even a wicked ass Jake that's been scoffing at this truth, what you can't imagine anything more scarier than that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just think about it. Like, what more scarier thing? Like, his greatest fear is a black man coming in the sky with a ship.
Yeah.
He laughs because he knows it's true.
And Jeff Kennedy said, I believe it was.
Right? Yeah, JFK said it right. What if we all die and go to heaven and find out that God is a Negro?
And they do.
Exactly.
They find, remember the brother said it was his wife was in a hospital. It was cool.
Oh yeah, right.
He said
Brother
about
from
the
Dallas.
Yeah, he said the Edomite said that they was far away from the Most High. Like, the Most High didn't care about them.
Yeah.
He said so-called blacks were close, you know, to the Most High. That's what the Most High.
Oh, but that's going back to Lot. That's Sirach 33. Some man be sat near himself. Yeah, and he died, and then came back to give his brother wife a message.
And then asked him the next day, and he didn't remember.
Right, yeah. And then, but he also said that he loves black people, something like that. And he said he hates us, but the ones that he really loves, they're going to receive power.
Yeah.
So they're going to get godlike powers. You know. So man, you Edomites in trouble, man. Niggas in trouble.
Right, man. And it's true, you know. The elites know that the Lord is a black man. The elites know that God is a black man. It's just these average ass elites and these simple ass 2/3 that don't know.
You know, I don't know, fucking pale, fragile Edomite would be the chosen of the Most High. They're so proud, you know, frail. You know what I'm saying? They get old. They back fucked up. You know.
Right.
You know, you get to take that eat kind of decent,
Right.
look nice, still good.
80 years old, man. Look like
That
he
six
whoop
pack.
your ass.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Esau be looking old as fuck
That's why he
at
been
30.
eating good his whole life, maturity.
Right. You tell me the Most High look like one of these pale faces? Hell no. That's not even scientifically, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't even stand out in the sun without getting cancer.
Yeah. The sun hates y'all Edomites. Man.
Everything in the world got color. This motherfucker go.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Got a certain type of, you know, pigmentation. This nigga, he especially Blessed 48ers, all they have get skin. The Lord said, I'm going to give you the land of Israel, but you are allowed to get skin cancer. The Lord didn't know that Israel is you know, get hot in the summer and the spring, you know?
They don't want to say, oh, they moved into Europe and because it's so cold
Skin
and
change.
dark, they turn pale.
Nah, how about the Eskimos? You gotta stay in the Eskimos.
According to them, the Eskimos been there for hundreds of thousands of years, right?
Why they skin change? What happened to the South Africans?
Right.
Why they fucking still pale? When you start to ask questions, you really start bringing down the lies of Esau Edom.
Really, that's the only way you learn.
Yeah.
The only way you really learn is by asking questions. Which Jake don't do that. Jake don't ask questions, bro.
Whatever Esau says is true.
Yeah.
Esau give him the question and the answer at the same time and say this is the truth. Or what that nigga woman said? I was thinking I ain't answering no questions. I ain't doing no research. I was sticking my arm out and I'm taking it.
That's Jake,
I put the, you know, I ain't gonna say, but I know through the spirit that bitch died.
She died, bro.
She was the first one
She
that
died,
died
bro.
from COVID.
She died, bro. Through the spirit, yeah, she died. Or if she didn't die,
She's horrible.
yeah, she fucked up, man. Fast forward 2 years later, now bitch is lying. I didn't get a shot.
What's that Jake, man? That radio talk show Jake, man. That got blood clots and shit.
Al Roker.
All right.
It's good for you.
Yeah, most yeah.
Hey, there's a pattern going on, man. People are dying left and right, dropping like fucking flies, man.
It's plague. Plague.
You know, and everybody that did deny, you know, the jump shot, you know, they good, man. They straight.
You saw shit on her. You ain't gotta take me no more.
Well,
Right.
Washington Post came out with an article and said there's no longer a pandemic of the unvaccinated. More than 50, they said 58% of the people that died of the C19 in October or November was all people that had the jump shot. But they still pushing you to take it. You people, that's how you know the people zombies. Hey, we gotta be at the end.
Yeah.
You gotta, Esau,
Right,
hey,
right.
if you smart, Esau, you better push this thing right now,
Yeah.
man. These people ready.
Yeah.
They ready for destruction, man.
Right, man.
They're ready to get the juice.
And brothers, make an observation. When you at work, if you work with people, see who always sick. Who
Yo,
always coughing is the ones that were vaccinated.
I had a coworker tell me out his own mouth, since he got the thingamajig, he's always sick.
Yeah.
He said out his own mouth.
They're always the ones that sick.
He said, since I went and got the V, I've been getting sick a whole lot more.
Yup. Fucked up with his immune system now. That's good though. You got your judgment, you know.
I'm seeing that. I'm actually, I know people, my so-called family, they been coughing for months. They got sick months ago and they never stopped coughing. I'm like, obviously it's more than just you sick.
Right.
Something wrong, man. But they proud, they don't want to admit it.
And you know, and for you women that took it, you know, there's a study saying that there's women that are starting to deny when they're being questioned, have you taken the V? They're starting to deny because they're ashamed.
Stupid bitches.
Because
Be proud. Why, be proud of me. You know, you say, I'm black and I'm proud.
Right.
You can take the back. Why you denouncing it?
Because it's destroying their fertility.
Right.
It's destroying their fertility. So men that want to have a family can't get one of them.
Okay.
And they know
Right.
that, so they lying.
Keep them. They trying to get them mad.
Right.
Right.
Had in derision.
Wow.
All they can send up to them shall be had in derision.
Right, God. If it's not that, then it's messing with their menstrual cycle and stuff like that.
Which is going to affect your fertility.
It's gonna affect
It's
God.
disrespectful is with your fertility. You know, it's basically saying that you were not pregnant now.
Right. Yeah. So if that's what you can't get pregnant.
It was that easy, huh?
It was that
Wow.
easy,
What
bro.
they say? They say do a diligent search. He's not gonna just do things just to do it. He did a diligent search. He's like, okay, we have to fuck with the immune system. We do want the population to get down to 500 million.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta make it before we really bring the sword down. You know what I'm saying? We gotta kill them another way where it seems like you're not killing them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I believe also they had different types. They had different batches. They had some for different shit.
Oh yeah.
Some that take that shit, they gonna drop dead right away.
Yeah.
Some people take that shit, they gonna turn sterile.
Different ways.
Some people they gonna drop in 6 months.
Yeah. Basically, what age? What age? You know.
Yeah, the
how old are you?
demographic.
Yeah.
If you black, if you white, you know.
Because you see that in certain demographic when you get like Johnson & Johnson.
Right, that's the nigga. That's the nigga one. Which
That's a
Jay
part
was
of it.
making jokes about it. Oh,
Yeah.
the Johnson, that's for black people.
Yeah.
One shot. It's just one. You know, niggas they don't want to come back.
Yeah.
Alright, let me just get this one on
Nah, but they
one.
knew Jake though. Jake, majority of Jake that got the one shot, got a shot, they only got one. They said, I'm not going back.
So
They already knew in their mind there's nothing to give them extra boosters. Yeah. So Esau knew that Jake was gonna come back. Give him the fuck this one, they're gonna fuck this shit up. Esau, we know he's gonna come back. He's an idiot. You know?
They know these niggas like the back of their hand, man.
No, Esau on the CDC had this I forgot the name of it, but they had this Excel spreadsheet where all the hospitals they actually they send information out in terms of vaccine side effects, and it's like a whole spreadsheet that actually shows the age, the name of the person, no, not the name, but the age, the gender of the person, what vaccine they took, and the effects that they had, and it was a big ass list of people that took the vaccine. Well, it's like damn.
They already said it.
You know, that took the just shot, and it just shows all the adverse side effects of it. And there's a huge list. And it's so coincidental because it gives you even the story, the backdrop. Such and such, they say 22-year-old took it. 2 minutes later, they start getting chills. And then when you read it, you realize, okay, that was actually the jump shot that they took.
Right.
And there's a huge list that at this point is probably like 20 gigs long of information that is just a whole bunch of information that lets you know that that's how wicked that poison is,
Hey,
man.
you know how these niggas so stupid? The first person, you remember the first person that ever got it? I think it was a black lady.
Kanye. Like, is he half right? Is he full of shit? What is it?
For Kanye, he knows that he an Israelite.
Okay.
Because the so-called Negroes, like team, they make it the 12 tribes of Israel.
So he's half right.
So look, do you think it's his perspective that all Jews are bad because he's the only people he's been fucked by are Jews? Like maybe it's like it's myopic that he just thinks all of them are bad, but it's just because the only ones that he's been dealing with are the guys that are just fucking over all the time and entertainment.
The 1948ers are Amalek, the head tribe of Esau, Edom.
1948 or 1984?
1948.
1948, that's the land, that's the year that they went over there in the land of Israel and created that state. That's what we call them for the algorithm's sake.
The algorithm.
Yeah, 1948. You Jew?
No, absolutely.
Korean. Okay.
Look, Matrix is real. Work up.
All right.
So what's
So
real?
the Matrix is real.
Hey, you're right about that. You might be a Jake.
You know, not lying about that. You know, I was going to Job 9:24. He know that they went, but at the end of the day, fuck Kanye. He
Right.
sold his soul.
Yeah, he's a bot.
You know what I'm saying? He's just upset now because they taking away his dainties.
Yeah.
If they ain't taking away his money, he would have been good. He would have been right back.
He's control position anyways.
I believe so.
Right.
He's there to demonize the truth. Instead of
Yeah, he's
demonization.
no but controlled opposition at this point. You know?
It's just so the Most High is using him so that this conversation can be had, so people can say, "Hey, man, what's that thing Kanye talking about?" And we can tell them, and either they be marked for salvation or destruction. That's all.
It's really nothing but to fulfill prophecy. Really, what that is just that's why you got you know, Kyrie and you know, Kanye coming out with this information to actually push this truth out to at least make Jake question something.
Yeah, it's so people can start
Right.
asking questions. That's the time we're living in. We're living in a time of lies to be exposed and for the truth to be brought to the forefront.
The truth will set you free. The light not.
Nah, you go.
You guys want? Have you seen this?
It's veil. It's in the scriptures. I mean, veil.
No. Look, listen. Translated directly, Balenciaga means Baal is the king. Right. If you put Balenciaga in Google Translate, and then it's like.
Yeah, we've seen that. Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
But
Look, I saw that dude, and I'm like, bro, okay, 100%. You just live in a fucking city. My life is I do a lot of stuff. I have business loans. I have to get stuff that other. But for me personally, like 50% of the time, if I'm trying to renew something, like I tried renewing a premium email, like a secure email the other day, $7.99. So like I could pay $1,000 for dinner, but the second I try to go do that, it blocked it. It wouldn't let me do it. I've been banned off Venmo, I've been banned off PayPal.
you be searching stuff on the internet.
No, nothing like just total bullshit stuff. Like my friend fucked me over because he sent me $5,000 to PayPal as friends and family. Like
I see
he
where
was
he's
using
going
me as a
with
bank
this.
because he has an e-commerce business. So he hit his credit card, sent it to his friends and family, and my terms of service says I'm safe. Like I'm not selling good service.
Well, not to cut you off. Where your father from?
Korea.
Korea. Your father is Korean.
Yeah, he's from Korea. My mom's white.
Okay, because we come out here to let the people know that who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
they only are concerned with the nation of Israel.
Yeah, but there was several tribes.
Exactly, there's 12 tribes. The ones that call themselves Jews,
The book of James is addressed to the
to the 12 tribes scattered
across,
abroad.
Yeah, you know.
So you have Israelites in Korea. You got Israelites that look like you, look like your father, and they're descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. What they want to do, they're using Kanye to try to demonize this gospel that we're preaching and say it's all black.
Black.
It's a black thing. Black. Is this man black?
No.
You know, so it's not a black thing.
Look, I mean, pull up a picture of Ben Shapiro right now. I mean, I get it all the time.
You do look like Ben
if you
Shapiro.
at the
Yeah,
side,
you do.
like,
Yeah, you do.
And you know how I talk. Everyone asks me like,
Yeah, you do, yeah,
you're
that's-
fucking Korean.
yeah,
And, you know,
yeah.
and look, my whole business, I help people get SBA loans, okay?
He's definitely
So
not a
I help
Moabite.
people buy, you know, a business for their medical practice, you know, a building for their medical practice, or they need $500,000 to grow their business. So like, you know, I think there's an importance, and I only realized this very recently. Like I knew, but like my name, are you guys familiar with the significance of names?
Yeah, only known as
Joshua Everett.
Joshua. That's the true name of who they call Jesus, and in the Hebrew name is Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
That's where you get the name
Yahweh means
Joshua.
salvation.
Right, Yahweh.
Now,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. He saves. Yeah.
Now here's the thing. No, here's the thing. I did not like my middle name though. I hated it. It was my grandfather on my mom's side, the white side. Like literally, the maiden name was White. Okay. So Edward White was my grandfather.
Okay.
Edward, if you look at the name, and I actually screenshotted it today because I was like, holy shit. Like I looked it up before, but like I saw it, but I wasn't like really reading. You know what I mean? You're sifting through. And you know, one of those things that just like stood out to me, and it's just like, holy shit, like God is so powerful. Like
Yeah, you're Israelite.
everyone wants to like make people fight and this and that. And you know, listen, I had a Jewish business partner, like a city Jewish partner for one of the businesses that I ran before. I could not get along with him.
Because your spirit
Just a
didn't match.
complete asshole. He pissed everybody off. Everybody hated him. 10 minutes of Sunday. And finally I said, look, you know, Paul, God bless you, but, you know, here's the check. Please sign the contract. Goodbye.
We'll see what your separate ways. That was a
Well,
smart
that's
deal.
what I was trying to do. And then he gave me all this bullshit about trying to sue me. And,
See?
no, I'll tell you what. He figured out, you know, he thought I was making a little bit of money off the business, whatever. And then he heard through the grapevine that I was doing some bigger stuff. And so his fucking schmuck bag friend who he went to school with another Hasidic Jew, lawyer in Chicago, lawyer, okay? They come and try to sue me. The original disputed amount was $60,000, right? I paid him $150 to get him bought out, but then I found out that he signed all these contracts he didn't tell me about. I'm like, look, based on my buyout contract with you, I gave you $50,000 and I was giving you $10 grand a month. And I said, look, Paul, you didn't tell me you signed a fucking copy machine thing that's going for 10 years. You know, here's what I had to pay to get out of this. Here's what I had to pay to get out of this. I'm deducting them, but I owe you.
They signed a crown against you.
No.
I gotta sue you.
Yeah, I got.
So listen.
I'm listening.
Is this from Revelation?
You Revelation 2:9.
I don't know it off the top of my head, but I know I've read it.
The blasphemy of them.
The what?
The blasphemy of them that call themselves Jews. Let me read. I'll read it.
The day of reckoning will come.
No. Look, listen. This is Revelation chapter 2 and 9.
Yeah.
I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Look, me talking to you guys, it's not a thing. Here, come here. Look through this, okay? Okay, I found all these pictures and I had them in my phone and I put them in a folder and I just clicked through, posted them all in order. Wake up, Neo. Was it worth it? Yes or no? Struggle is the only virtue.
That's your Instagram right
This is
there?
my Instagram. Press start. Andrew Breitbart. You heard about him? You know, they killed him. He spoke too much of the truth.
I'm not too familiar with
He
him.
was the founder of Breitbart.
I heard of a company.
They're a
called
news
that.
outlet. Yeah, they didn't
News
like
outlet,
him.
you're right,
They
right.
did not like him. He was very critical of the system. Don't worry about, walk towards the fire. Do not worry about what they call you. Okay? All those things that are said against you because they want to stop you in your tracks. For the last year, I've been dealing with this dumb fuck loser schmuck idiot who's been putting articles out online. I'm a pretty low-key guy. I got a loan brokerage business. I'm not that interested. Okay? He's sending articles out. He created emails account in my wife's name, my dad's name, my mother-in-law's name. He's emailing people that he knows I've done business with, telling me I'm a rapist, blah, 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 blah.
He's a devil.
I'm
That's
saying,
why.
so is Kanye, when he's going through, is it live?
No,
you going through it?
No, I've been through it. I've come to the realization that
There's some truth to
Philippians 4:13, I can do all things that God can strengthen me. I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah.
And the second I realized, I was on the fence. I studied apologetics my whole life, went to church, all that. But there were certain things about the Bible, I just had a hard time reconciling. James, the whole book, it's about faith versus works. And I just had such a hard time reconciling.
Are you attracted to the scriptures?
I am intellectually.
It
But
resonates with his
Right,
spirit.
I intellectually get it, but for me, I had a hard time for converting. And then, something happened recently where I was like, all right, look, I was 50-50 as an offense. Okay, now I know what side of the fence I fall. Right? Something happened, okay? So, at the end of the day, sometimes you got to go through that moment where
questioning.
it's when Saul is on the road to Damascus and God hit him with the fucking beam of light.
Right.
And it blinded him, and it knocked him over. It was that powerful.
Right, you're not
I had some success in my life. I had some genuine success, and then God basically said, "Hey, I'm going to show you the elevator. So you're here. We're going to shoot you straight to the top. We're going to show you what it's like up here. The speed at which money moves around in the world, at the highest levels of finance and government, it will blow your mind. And the sooner that you recognize that money is fake, that it is merely a representation of time. If you had a button that everyone could press in the world, everyone had a button that you invented, they could press it for $2 and turn 8 hours of work into 7. You saved them 1 hour a day for $2.
Yeah.
You would be instant trillionaire, right? Everyone would press that button every day, and you'd make $14 billion a day. Boom, 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 boom.
That's what these
No,
banks
no,
do.
Listen.
That's what these banks
No,
do.
that's not what banks do. That's what capitalism does. Because capitalism, the reason you have billions of dollars built into skyscrapers and all the assets around us, it's because money is a representation of time. Buildings represent a certain dollar amount because it represents the time and resources that went into building. It represents the time value of what someone's job is worth to buy a unit there and rent it.
Right.
That's all it is. Okay?
Where you going? Where you going?
So, I'm wrapping back up on this. I had my moment, my road to Damascus moment, because God showed me the top of the elevator. I was up there for a bit, and I was like, wow, it's pretty nice up here. Thanks, but please get out. And God said, no. Shot me straight down the basement.
overnight.
You know what?
No, listen, and I had lawyers tell me, you know, Josh, in my 40 years of corporate experience, of all the things that I've ever seen, I have it in writing. I have never seen someone suffer such a massive calamity of misfortune in such a short period of time with no apparent extenuating circumstances. I am not a religious man, but I would encourage you to go to church, counsel your higher power, and make amends. This is a guy who's not a fucking Christian. And he's like, look, I've seen the money. I've seen the money go through the fucking account. I know how old you are. I'm 25 now, okay? This was, 2020. Shit happened, okay? God took me to the top of the elevator.
Right.
I had an ounce of arrogance, and I said,
And he brought you down low.
And he said, nope, basement.
But you know why though?
And listen, and he kept me there. No, and he kept me there until I had the humility to go, look, I get it. You've smacked me in the face with the frying pan. I've needed this.
Right.
I've been praying for so long. God, give me a sign so that I can tell what the fuck is going on. Because I don't know. I'm on the fence. I understand it. I hear it. I get it.
This the sign
I don't
right
know
here.
if I believe it.
We the sign right here. Look, I'm gonna tell you why you suffering. Like, I'm gonna tell you why you suffering.
Because I was not humble. I did not humble myself.
Right, but you know why?
Somebody
get Amos chapter 3, and you start at 1. You suffering the way you suffering because you're an Israelite. When you read the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, it tells you that the Israelites would suffer. It tells you that the Israelites would have a curse.
They gotta go through it.
We got look, let me show you. This Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 15. It says, but if it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
You guys live streaming this?
Nah.
Recording for later.
Yeah.
All
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So the Lord is telling the Israelites, if you don't follow my ways and keep my commandments, you're going to be cursed.
You heard him? You heard what we just said?
No, I hear it.
Look, it says these going to give a list of curses, and these different curses you're going to be able to identify who are the Israelites in the earth. None of these curses you can be applied to those people over there in the land of Israel today that call themselves Jews. It don't fit them. They don't fit the bill. Verse 16 says, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field, so no matter where you go. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Thy basket and thy store, meaning
Money.
your bank account and your business.
Straight up to the top. I'm not even kidding. Highest levels of government, multi-billionaires. Look, I was making good bread at 20, 21 years old, like 150, 200, 300 grand. I was doing all right for myself, okay? But to go from that level to like being on the phone with guys that are legitimate multi 25, 50 billionaire level, you can't really find much about them online, but the bank statements are real. When you go from that level and you go all the way to the top, it blows your mind, right? And you realize there's a lot more to the world. The world is like a giant iceberg, right? All we see is the top, right? That's why the Titanic crashed. They only saw the top of the iceberg. That's why they hit it. They didn't realize that that shit went 5 miles deep.
Check this out. I'm gonna jump down to verse 43. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, meaning the other nations, right?
Yeah.
And thou shalt come down very low. That's like you said, right?
Yeah, no, and look, the
Hold on, look, I got a little one. Listen, because we finna leave some. It says, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him who control the banks. Where you gotta go to get a loan.
Banks. Well, and that's the thing. Kanye
Who
called them
control
out.
the banks. And he said it, and what happened to him? They froze his bank
froze his
account.
money. They froze $100.
So they proved it.
They proved that they are in control.
Yeah, well, it's like, look.
Hold on, and those J's, those 1948, they were actually converted in 740 AD. The Khazarian Empire converted. They was forced to convert.
So they're fakes.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. That's
what we're trying to say.
We just read it. That's what Revelation was talking about. They call them, but they're really the synagogue of Satan. They're really Satan's children on the earth. And Satan is going, just like Satan transformed himself into an angel of light, this people, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to call themselves, oh, we're God's chosen. But really, they Satan's chosen. All right? And I got a little more for you. It says, he shall be the head and thou shalt be the tail. So they're the ones that rule all these different infrastructures and different, things on the earth.
We're not going to say what I just showed you.
Oh, okay.
All I'm saying is, look, I've been through some shit. I've been at the bottom. I've been at the top. I've been down at the bottom. I'm back, back at.
Right.
I'm
What the
back.
brother's trying to
I'm
say
moving
is
back
that
up. We're going back up, and it happened, and it happened very quickly. As soon as Romans 9:10 or 10:9.
What the brother's trying to say is that
10.
what you're going through applies to the curses
Right.
of
Yeah, no.
the people.
And it says, that if you confess with
Right.
your mouth that Jesus is Lord and you believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it is with your heart that you believe you are justified, and it is with your mouth that you must confess that you are saved.
Right.
I was doing the first part, not the second
The
part.
thing is, who is that talking to though? That's talking to the nation of Israel. That don't apply to everybody.
Yep.
It doesn't apply to all nations. It only apply to Israelites that know that acknowledge themselves as being Israelites, right?
No, I get it.
Another thing too, spiritually, I can see that as a lesson that the Lord is trying to tell you of who do you really worship? Are you worshiping money or you worshiping?
I was worshiping achievement.
Matthew 16.
I was worshiping achievement because I felt I've always been independent. I want to go on my own, and then I just had a hard time because I'm like, look, God, I've done this. While you've watched from the sideline, right? You started the world like a spinning top, and you just let it run.
Hey, let me ask you something. You know about the mark of the beast?
Don't get me started. Man.
You know about the mark of the beast? What's the mark of the beast?
It's coming.
What is it?
Something marked on your forehead.
Okay,
Or
but
your
what
hand.
is it? What is it though? Is it something physical? Is it something spiritual? What is it?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I thought it was something physical though. Like,
It
was a mark.
is.
It was a
It
physical
is.
mark of some kind.
It's karagma.
A what?
It's called karagma.
What is that?
It's in the Greek word. When you actually go into Revelation 13:16, the word mark in the Greek is karagma, which means something physically cut into your body. So they're gonna put.
So the chip implants that they put in your hand,
Exactly.
or the Neuralink that they want to put in your head.
Exactly. Exactly.
Here's what I think is funny. Okay, I think Elon Musk is a little bit ignorant of the broader problems because on one side of his head he understands. No. He understands. Hey, AI is bad. Okay,
He'll say that out of one side of his mouth.
Right, so that's that, but then at the same time he's like, hey, let's put chips in people's brains.
Exactly.
And he's not.
That's how you know he's set up. He's controlled.
And that's the thing. It's like I don't know. It's like does he just not realize it? Like there's no.
No, he's controlled. He's a puppet. He's just a face. He's just a face of Neuralink. He didn't create that shit. He's just a created character.
Zuckerberg, right?
Another created character.
He started Facebook a month after the government decided they were gonna shut down their program to data mine all the Americans. They just took the same tech, put it here, slapped his face on it, and gave him some money.
And Facebook was made by the elites. Mark Zuckerberg ain't made that shit. He probably not even a real person.
Right.
The
whole story
the social network movie, that's the whole thing.
BS, man.
But the thing is,
Set up by the CIA, we know.
no, I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android.
I can't take it.
But what I was gonna say is, you know about CBDCs?
Yeah,
Central
I know.
bank digital currency.
It's all a scam because when it's so much easier to manipulate it when it's all digital like that.
Exactly.
Far quicker. So what you need to have is you need to have distributed ledger technology to show real assets in the back, whatever it is.
But
and I know
what
a lot
I'm
about
getting
this
at
because
is-
I understand finance.
Well, I'm
I
getting at that's not
understand
gonna save you. It's not gonna save. If you want to get into that, because if you understand, you want to get a edge on the next technology, because you know they're gonna do away with the dollar. Cash is getting ready to be made obsolete very soon.
And the reason why is they want to be able to all track it. So
Exactly.
Track it, and here's the thing, kind of like what they did to Kanye, right? Doesn't
You
matter.
just shut your ass up.
Doesn't matter if you think what he's saying is right or wrong. It doesn't matter.
Right.
That's funny. It's kind of like another story.
Here's Jake.
So the whole
You're Israelite, man.
the whole thing about it that is just it's so funny to me. It's like the second you just say, look, I don't have any control. I'm merely a vessel. Do with me what you will.
Hey, let me tell you. Hey,
All the doors open
all-
up the
all
second
you
I
see-
truly, honestly believe that and accepted it. For myself.
look, everything you see out here is getting ready to be shut down. You see what's going on in China right now?
Yeah,
That
they're
shit is
locking
coming
people
to
up.
America very
Locking them up.
soon, man.
They're locking them up.
The elites, the government, the
day
powers
of
that
reckoning,
be.
the day of reckoning will come. The record
Right.
will be set.
So you gotta
Stay tuned.
you gotta fear the Lord. You gotta fear God. You gotta figure out how can I be saved from the judgment that's coming. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta get a boy.
When you start talking about this serious stuff,
Give me Matthew
they gotta go.
Matthew 6.
Verse?
Okay, yeah.
20, 19 or
Sorry, your treasures in heaven.
Yeah,
6 and 20.
Yeah.
You know?
Right? Because that's what he was. He was all about the money.
Right.
He didn't learn the lesson that the Lord brought him down.
No,
That was
no.
not really. He really cared about his money.
I had that chuckle.
Let's get that Amos. Yeah, bring that out real quick for application.
It's Amos 3:1. It says, "Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth."
You only have I known. So the Most High say he only knows Israel. He don't know the other nations. Keep going.
Therefore I will punish you for all your
Therefore, I
iniquities.
will punish you. That's why he was talking about he getting fucked up financially and jacked up. That's how we know he an Israelite. Because the Most High, he said God taught him a lesson. If he was an actual Korean, an actual Moabite, he wouldn't be talking like that.
Right.
Those people over there don't believe in God, man.
Yeah.
They don't care about the scriptures. They don't care about the Bible. You know what I mean?
We got Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah. Yeah.
Believe in the Bible,
Yeah, we believe in the Bible.
not the Quran.
No, not the Quran. No, we're not Muslim.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm asking you.
No, we don't believe in it. This is the only book we
That's the only book.
yeah, the only book. You know?
And what you say about China now?
Well, he was saying how his father is from Korea. Like, if you see what's going on in the news, they talking about this a lot, like because of Kanye, because of Kyrie Irving.
Do you believe in Kanye, what Kanye saying?
He's saying he's saying a lot of truth. Really, a lot of stuff he's saying is true.
So you with them?
I mean, really, we're with the Lord. We've been on this. We've been talking
You
about this.
agree with
before
Kanye
Kanye.
saying? You understand what he's saying?
Yeah, we definitely understand what he's saying.
And about China, it's about to shut down?
Yeah, what we were saying is China, if you go and look in the news right now, they basically back on lockdown for the C-19. You know,
C19.
the corona, COVID-19.
Okay.
You know, I'm trying to speak in code because of the thingamajig. We put this on YouTube and they'll cut it off if we say certain words.
Oh.
So basically they back on lockdown because of like how we was on lockdown 2 years ago, they back on lockdown.
And then we better be back around.
Yeah, it's about to be, really we come out here to tell people that all hell is getting ready to break loose on the earth.
So China right now is on lockdown because of COVID, or because
Yeah. Because
a
of
lot
COVID.
of COVID.
Supposedly.
It's a lot of COVID. Everybody dying again.
That's
Over
what the
there?
government is saying. But the people
They
are fighting
tearing,
back.
China fucking, they tearing China up right now.
Right, because they know the government is on some bullshit.
Okay.
That's
So
what
you
they
think that's gonna come here.
yeah, that's gonna
Because
come
of no
here.
reason.
Because it's biblical prophecy.
Right.
God is gonna make it happen. He's gonna make these different governments around the world go super tyrannical, super come down hard on the people. Because they want to establish a one world government, a world war order.
One thing I gotta leave you guys with. I gotta go find.
Hold on, man. So what's going to take place is the Lord is going to cause it to be mass uprisings and mass riots taking place in different parts of the earth, which that's a sign of that we getting ready to go into the last days, into the very last days when the Lord come back, and you know what Christians say, Jesus coming back. But the thing is, when he comes back, when Yahweh Shai, that's his real name, when he comes back, he only going to deliver the elect of these people. He's not coming back to save everybody, make everybody whole with hands, like they tell you in the church. That's a lie. When you read Revelation, the 7th chapter, and it speaks about the 144,000, they tell you 12,000 of all the tribes of the nation of Israel. So we come ahead to let the people know the truth according to the scriptures, because our people have been lied to. When we came over here in slavery, when slavery was prophesied in the Bible, when you read the book without just reading to them in Deuteronomy 28, I don't know if you heard this before, on the one of the curses it says, Deuteronomy 28 and 68, it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, slaves. And no man shall buy you, meaning no man shall buy you out of slavery, meaning save you. That's why nobody could never save us. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all these different civil rights leaders, Marcus Garvey, they try to help our situation, but they couldn't do it because we still slaves here again today. But it said, the Lord said, I will send you into slavery with ships. The only, you look up slavery and ships on Google, the only people you're gonna see is these people right here. That's the only people that happened to on a mass scale. That was a biblical prophecy. This was written long before 1619, before they started getting us from the west coast of Africa and west coast of Europe, right? This was during when we came out of Egypt, you know, the story of the Exodus. The Israelites came out, they walked through the water.
Modern day.
They walked through the Moses split the sea and they walked through. After they came out of Egypt, out of that captivity, Moses said, all right, I'm gonna give you the laws, the 10 Commandments and other laws. He said, if you don't follow them, the Lord gonna send you back into Egypt again. But the Egypt is talking about is America. That's why you look on the back of the dollar bill, you got a pyramid with the all-seeing eye. Where that come from? Egypt. You know, on Washington Monument, they got a big tall obelisk, which that come from Egypt. America is spiritually Egypt all over again. All the different philosophies and the idols they worship come from Egypt.
They got that from the scriptures.
You know? So that's what we come out here to tell our people, to get right with the Most High, who they call God. His true name is Yahweh, which means He is His Son, Yahweh Shai, meaning He saves. And He's only coming back to deliver the elect of His people. And before that happens, all hell is going to break loose. You're going to need to have something stable. You're going to have to know the truth to keep your mind stable, or else you're going to lose your mind. In the times to come, everybody's going to lose their shit. And then the government is going to come down with this microchip and forcing people to take it. Or if you don't want to eat, just like when in the lockdowns, if you didn't have your mask, you couldn't go in the store. Now they're going, or the next, if you don't have they were trying to say, if you didn't get the vaccine, you can't go in this store, you can't do this or that. That was just a test for what's really to come is going to be that microchip. If you don't have a microchip, you're not going to be able to conduct business.
Look, okay, listen, Andrew Tate.
Hold on, bro, hold on.
Take the shot.
No, I ain't taking it. No. We been new. When that shit first came out, we said, hell no, we ain't taking that shit.
I ain't taking you about to right now.
Well, that's good. That's good. The Lord kept you from that.
Right.
You know? So that's what we come here to tell our people. We finna get ready to go.
Did you catch COVID?
Nah, I never got sick though.
I got it 3 times. I got
You know?
it 3 times. Huh? No. I never get sick. I've not been sick in the last 4 years except COVID.
So what they wanna demonize this, the government and shit. They know what's going on. They got men like us doing this, saying the same thing all over the world. And they know it's true. So they wanna come down, they wanna create a narrative so that they can get the people to hate us, so that they can be justified in putting us in prison. They wanna kill us for what we saying. So we come out here to let the people know that this is about to go down.
Yep.
You know, and you're gonna need to have the truth in order to be saved.
That's right.
Well, you know, they were saying that for the Hebrew Israelites been saying that for shit. I'm 48. So I was 15, they were saying, I'm from New York City, so in Times Square.
Okay, so you
Hebrew Israelites been outside saying that for years. So is it still, y'all been waiting that long, or?
Well, really, the prophets have been saying what we saying since the beginning of time.
That's true too.
So it's
but you trying to say it's coming now.
It's coming now. It's signs. The Lord gave us
signs. Even 2000, even the year 2000 was signs.
Right, but He said 48 years. That's nothing to God. That's a blip. That's just that's nothing. You know, the Bible says a day with the Lord is 1,000 years. That's why when they say the Lord walked the earth 2,000 years ago, right? To the Lord, that's just 2 days. So how much more 48 or 50 years?
Yeah,
that's nothing. You know what I mean?
Look at how closer you are to the end. It's 40 years closer to the end.
Yeah, exactly. You know? So how much more today?
Also, the Euphrates River is almost drying up too, so we're near.
Is that part of the? Is that part of the prophecy?
Yeah, that's Revelation what? 17? Revelation 16, 17?
One thing I learned is, listen, we all sit around counting, bickering and counting amongst each other and money and this and that. While we're ignorantly sitting here trying to count it.
Hey man, you gotta repent, dog. You talking about money, dog. We ain't here to talk about money.
But look. Hold on. We gotta close.
One more thing.
Hold on.
Now, with that, Lord willing, this camp was edifying. I want to give all praises to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem HaKadosh.
the honor to our apostles and others, great millstone, and shalom to the eye can teach this word through four corners and true sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Ball.
Shalom.